Hi and welcome to In the Driver's Seat with me, Maddie, from Apertus Automotive. Today I'm joined with the one and only Mr. Grant McKenna.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm okay. It's been a busy week already.
A rainy Tuesday.
It's horrendous, isn't it? Convertible weather, they call it.
Yeah, let's order some.
No.
So, starting things off, what was your very first car? Cast your mind back.
Not that long ago, thanks, Maddie. I had a Mini Metro 1.3 Sport.
Okay.
I had a Fido Dido sticker in the back in a luminous green because I thought it made me look cool. It had a steering wheel from a bus. It was massive.
Oh my gosh.
I was in love the second I saw it. It did 0 to 40 in about 3 seconds, and then 40 to 60 took about a week.
Okay.
Did me proud. I think it cost me 50 quid. And I sold it for scrap for about 50 quid. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Winner.
Broke even on it.
Always.
What more could you want? So, when you are purchasing a vehicle or looking at leasing one yourself or looking for your own vehicle, what are the main things that stand out to you? What do you need in that car?
Space,
Yeah.
obviously. So, I got myself, you'll remember, I got myself a Q7
Yes.
a little while back. And the first day I got it, we sold it to a client because it didn't have a panoramic roof and it didn't have a heads-up display. And Nicola, my other half, called me a princess. I love toys on cars. I like being able to. I'm old. Heating the car up from the house so that I don't have to go out in the cold. Stuff like that. So toys, massage seats, anything that just makes my life a little bit easier, really.
Definitely. And on the Mercedes GLEs, we've obviously got the heated and cooled cup holders and an interior perfume.
Yeah, but you had to sort that out. I couldn't ever make that work. The fact that you can heat your coffee from any coffee shop, let alone a good local one, that on a long journey, and it does. By the time, you could do a 2-hour drive and your coffee's still absolutely red hot. Anyway, It takes 2 hours to drink a coffee needs talking to. But and it's those little creature comforts that I think makes a difference. But, I don't want to come across as a snob or a princess.
Of course, yeah. So a little bit of following on from that question. So your favourite car feature or innovation of all time?
Not having to use a choke anymore is probably quite high. Not that half of the people on this are going to know what a choke is. I think probably being able to work from a car. My current car, I've got Wi-Fi in the car, so it doesn't matter where I am. My phone will work. If I pull over and I'm taking a break, I can do an hour's work on a laptop and just connect to the car. So I would say the technology aspect of the vehicles, and obviously being able to, make calls and do everything, kind of like from one phone as opposed to, having to pull over and stuff like that. Obviously sticking to the rules and keeping to the law because I wouldn't do anything else. But so I think the ability to be able to work from the car now as opposed to when I was first in sales having to stop and catch up with admin as you went, really.
And have to write notes, and now you can just say, "Hey Siri, make me a new note."
I've never said "Hey Siri" in my life, ever.
Okay. That's fine. So we have been on a lot of road trips. We travel around with work quite a lot.
Yeah.
But apart from work, where has been your favourite place you've ever driven, and what car were you in?
I did the same journey twice. So I did a tour around Scotland. So I went up the East Coast. I've just done the Never Eat Shredded Wheat rhyme in my head to work out which side I went up. I went up the East Coast, across the top and down the West Coast. So I did it. First time I did it with my mum. I was 16. I couldn't drive. We hadn't long lost my dad, and we decided to. We took a tent, we went camping for one night, and Mum kicked the centre pole out the middle of the tent and it was hammering it down, and she just picked the tent up, stuffed it in the back of the car, and we stayed in bed and breakfast for the rest of the 2 weeks. And then I redid that that journey with Nicola, the year we found out about Isabel, so 2000, and God, I'm really glad I started picking a year there. 2015.
Okay.
So sorry, Nicola, if that's wrong. And did the tour again, but we condensed it into a few days, and there was too much driving. I probably drove 8-9 hours a day, 2,500 miles. It was a tough gig, but the scenery up there will rival anything in the world. So we got that, so it was good.
Yeah, so it's quite similar to Mari when we had her on. She said she'd been up into Scotland and done like a good road trip up there. So yeah, very interesting.
There's a Scotland. It's not the Route 66, obviously, because that's in America.
Yeah.
But there's something along the lines. I think it's the Scotland 500. I think they call it, and it's a certain route to follow with a camper van and stuff like that. So that would be worth it. I think that's probably something I'd look to do when the kids were moved on.
When they can drive you guys around.
Oh God, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So your opinion on electric vehicles. Obviously, you have your big beefy Range Rover, but then completely opposite, you've got a Kia EV9, so the GTS, so top of the range, gorgeous vehicle. So they're two complete opposites. But what's your opinion on the move, kind of away from a petrol or diesel equivalent?
I love an electric car. I think when we first started with electric, they were very basic, but I think they all have their place. I took a Tesla Model 3 before was my company car, and it did us proud. It did a lot of miles. It's a lot of fun to drive. It's probably more fun to annoy old people because they'll post on every social media that that was the reason that Luton Airport burned down, and that what happens if you run out of electric in the snow and you'll die. It's exactly the same as if you run out of petrol in the snow, you'll die. So that was kind of probably a part of the reason that I loved it so much, is because it annoyed so many people. I don't know how sustainable it is. I don't know how much the government are going to be able to stick to the targets. Hydrogen is coming along really quickly, and with the amount that that will change the world. I think that will change the world a lot more than electric will, based on the fact that there's obviously such a large natural resource of hydrogen. So I think that'll make a massive difference. But as far as the electric vehicle goes, as long as you plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero difference to a petrol vehicle. Most people on a long journey will stop for 15 and 20 minutes to go for a pee and a
cheeseburger,
scabby old sausage roll or something. And in that time, the cars tell you which chargers are available, how many, so you get a charger. As long as you're planning ahead, it works. Works. So they have their place. Whether they're the future, I'm not 100% sure.
Of course, 100%. So, if you could only ever drive one more car for the rest of your life, what is that going to be?
V8 Defender.
Okay.
I hated Defenders. I thought they were ugly. And then we got Kermit the Frog's fat sister.
Yeah.
Big green 75th anniversary edition Defender. And I loved it. I loved the attention it got because it was bright green. I love the fact that the inside you can jet wash. Not that I ever have. I just like the fact that you can. The driving position, the drive itself, the comfort. The only downside of a Defender is the boot, because it's plastic coated, so everything slides around.
Yeah.
I'd have a V8. I'd probably have a 90 now.
Okay. Because
Nick's got the 6-seater, so I can just bomb around on my own in that. But Defender. I love JLR product. Their services, but their products I love them. Yeah. And everybody says, "Oh, what happens when you break down?" But I'm really comfortable in a heated seat while it's sitting for AA to come pick me up. So I'm fine.
I'd have a little massage as well with the seats.
I'm done.
Yeah, perfect. So leading on from that question, the dream / ultimate kind of car, what would that be for you?
My I've made it car's a Bentley Super Sport.
Yeah.
I want it in that chalk grey.
Yes.
Michael Owen's got one.
Okay.
So we went to the Road to the World Cup Qatar event with All Things Business, and he was at the show, and he drove and parked his car outside, and he had a personal plate which I won't say because it's stuck in my head, but it was beautiful. I don't think I'm enough of a midlife crisis yet to need the convertible.
Okay.
Probably not far from it. But beautiful car, goes like a stabbed rat, really comfortable. It says it's got 4 seats, but the kids won't fit in the back for long, so you don't have to take them in it.
Yeah.
Bentley Super Sport, I think.
Perfect. It does sound, they are gorgeous vehicles, and they're not really around us either. No. So it's
There's a
nice
reason
to
for
have.
that. They're about £250,000.
Yeah, of course.
Apart from that.
So, last but not least, you're on a road trip, 24 hours. You've got 4 seats to fill. Who are those people going to be?
God. Okay, let's keep it local.
Okay.
I take Jack Fletney.
Okay.
So that if something happens, he can build us a house out of sticks and find a squirrel to feed us or something. I would take. Let's keep it all business. I'd take Scott Norville.
Okay.
Just because then I can talk to somebody about cars, and people would look for him if anything happened because of how many awards he's up for. So obviously they'd have to come and find him for that. And I would take. I'm gonna go out of the business community now. I'm gonna take Morgan Freeman for the last one, just so that when I'm bored of them two, I've got somebody to talk to. I just think he would be hugely interesting. If you listen to anything an opinion piece that he puts out, he's very blunt's probably the wrong word. He's very direct in his thoughts, and I don't think culture or stereotypical views affect how he feels. And I like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a advocate of saying how you feel, as I am. And obviously me driving, nobody else could drive. It'd have to be me.
Of course.
And with Jack in the car, it'd have to be a big car as well. So, so that'd be my 4.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on this today.
Been a pleasure.
We've loved it. Thank you.